Today, on the Ask the Anxiety Guy show, I'm answering your questions on emotional trauma, physical feelings of anxiety, and CBT techniques for your panic attacks. Warriors, welcome. Your questions matter. You're listening to the Ask the Anxiety Guy show.
This podcast episode is brought to you by the End the Anxiety program, a downloadable CBT-based program created by the anxiety guy himself to help heal your emotional distress and put anxiety behind you once and for all. Visit www.anxietyexit.com to learn more today.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 154 of the Anxiety Guy podcast. This is the hashtag Ask the Anxiety Guy show, and I'm your host, Dennis Simsek. Grateful to have you here with me. And today, I have decided that I'm going to be taking all the questions specifically from the Facebook tribe. So people on Facebook have been asking questions, and based on the amount of engagement and likes that those questions got, I have chosen these questions around that. So I'm excited. I'm really pumped up. My friends, I want to share something personal though as we move into this podcast episode. I want you guys to all know that me at this point in my life, post-anxiety disorder, I still need to work on me. It's incredible how many people out there think that, Dennis, you've already crossed the finish line. You're already there. So I guess you don't have to do anything for yourself anymore. False. Do you know how much consciousness I need to practice on a daily basis so that my mind and body don't wander off to a stressful state? An emotional state that I don't want to live in anymore? We have to understand that, my friends, there are so many people out there that are waiting for the finish line, waiting to overcome anxiety, master their thoughts, and all that sort of stuff, when in fact the win is in the progress. Every small bit of progress that you make is the win. That is the finish line. And you must start keeping track of these wins much more than you're keeping track of the setbacks. Now, I also realized that after some time of debating what strategy I was going to use to overcome my anxiety and get to a better place in my life, I realized that the strategy of hoping was not a good strategy. I was just hoping. And I was hoping for a miracle. I really was. One day, this is going to go away. One day, if I listen to enough information, somehow, some magical way, my unconscious will take that new information, mold it, and change me. No. It doesn't work that way. And so I realized that quickly. And also, I need you to understand that I'm providing you this information and this knowledge, and I'm incredibly grateful to be here with you. It is in fact a miracle to me that I am here with you, speaking to you through this podcast. It is a miracle. And I have nothing to lose in my life anymore. I really don't. I feel like everything that I've gone through has really brought me to this moment to be able to share this information and this knowledge with you so that you can do the same and provide that love and understanding for the people that love you and that support you right now. So remember, there is meaning behind your struggle. Shout outs to Eric Gagnon and Donna Wood on Facebook. Love you guys. Thanks for your engagement. And let's get into the first question today. First question comes in from Becca Lucy Verboten Green. She asks, Dennis, You often speak on past emotional trauma and how it manifests currently. But what about unexpected current traumatic events? I've lost 6 family members in the last 3 years, and each time I become fully symptomatic. I think I know where this is going. Even my sister-in-law passed in her sleep 2 weeks ago, and I knew that my body would react. So how do we unlearn these reactions? Becca, first of all, I want to send good vibes and good love your way. And I want to share a couple of very vital answers at this point in your life. The first thing is to make sure that you are always gentle on yourself in your self-talk, because gentleness and self-love are of the highest frequencies that we can vibrate into the world and within our internal organs. So please, at this time in your life, be gentle on you. Don't expect so much from yourself, no matter what aspect of life that is in. The second thing is, it's important to go through the grieving process so that you don't carry around any regrets with you. Meaning, engage in your playful imagination and energetically tell those people that passed what you need to, what they meant to you, what they taught you, how you're going to make them proud. Tell them your favorite memories together. Ask them to watch over you as you move through this time in your life swiftly. The conversation, this two-way conversation between you and the person that has passed on is real. It's very real. Energy lives on as much as the body fades away. So understand that when you engage in your imagination and when you trust that those people are still listening and you are conversing with them, letting them know how much they meant to you and how you're going to make them proud and the lessons that you learned, then you no longer have to carry around those emotions. You no longer have to carry around any guilt or future grieving that you have to do. You can move forward in your life knowing they're in a better place and you're moving into a much better place in this physical reality. The other thing is, you have to begin re-perceiving dying. As I mentioned, although the physical body dies, the energetic body and spirit lives on. So they may be in a much better place already. And this is where we get confused, because as we are growing up, we lose people in our lives and people pass on and we go through this need, this necessity to have to feel horrible. You know, when someone passes away, we have to cry and we have to be in pain for weeks, months, years, never forgetting those people and such. And the truth is that it's most likely the opposite of that. And the idea of celebrating your time with those people, celebrating life with those people, celebrating the fact that they were here. So to take a whole new viewpoint over dying will in fact not only help you to overcome the fear of dying, but to see people that have passed on in a different light. You must use this opportunity to reach out and reconnect with Source as well. You must reach out to Source, your God, and ask God to work with you, to show you the reasons for this, to show you strength in these moments of your life. Because when someone passes on, it's a fantastic opportunity to begin building your faith muscle. And finally, please, don't be afraid to ask for help. At this point, people are willing to help you. Don't go about living your life on a daily basis, doing it all on your own, because there's no need. People are willing to help and are extending the hand, so take their hand and use them for whatever thing you need them for as you begin to restructure your life again, because that restructuring will get your life moving in the right direction all over again. So I hope that helps, Becca. Just a couple things there that you can begin practicing and just recognizing now. Again, I'm sending good vibes your way. Love you so much. Thank you for your engagement on Facebook. Let's get into question number 2. Again, from the Facebook tribe, Jean Kincaid. Am I saying that right? Jean Kincaid. Sorry, Jean. I may have messed that up. That's okay. Do the persistent physical feelings of anxiety go away once your mind starts shifting? She says, I have nausea, random body pains, jaw, chest tightness, etc. I actually forget what it feels like to be normal. It's incredible that you're saying that, because that is exactly where I was. Each and every day was so filled with pain, discomfort, and struggle that I looked around and recognized everybody else who was not struggling physically from what I could see. Maybe internally they were. And I was cursing God, I was cursing myself, I was cursing everybody. So I understand exactly where you're coming from with this idea of forgetting what it feels like to be normal. Now, when the mind shifts, the heart and the gut must shift with it. This involves the triad, my friends. All 3 processors working together harmoniously. Your thinking, your emotions, and your intuition. When you get to a place where you no longer have to resort to applying courage and follow your guiding intuition, when your thinking is open enough to see the opposing viewpoints of your irrationalness, your pessimism, and your catastrophic ideas, and when the emotions transition from a place of lack, deprivation, fear, anger, to neutralness and optimistic feelings, the physical body will respond. The physical body follows the requests of the energetic body. And the energetic body is made up of your identity. These bodily reactions you describe are a result. It's an effect that has a cause. And when the 3 processors are in harmony, you no longer have to try to be healthy. You just are. You no longer have to struggle to build relationships. They just happen. Here's what's important to understand. To forget what it feels like to be normal means to stay stuck in the same beliefs you had while growing up. Rarely have I ever seen an adult over the age of 25 go through a challenging experience and have that be the cause of their lowered frequency. The experience can happen, but was a manifestation of beliefs and energetic influences that led to that emotionally traumatic event during adulthood. It was no accident. Nothing is an accident. So I truly want you, Jean, to take into consideration these things I've just discussed. It's important. I love you so much. Thank you so much for your question. I'll see you on Facebook. Question number 3 comes in from Angela Wacker. Are there specific CBT practices that are most useful for those with health anxiety versus panic attacks? So I believe the question is, are there CBT techniques to help a health anxiety sufferer who's going through panic attacks? Yes, there are. Before I get into the techniques and the skill sets, I want to make a few things clear about this question. Your health anxiety is most likely a result of a panic attack or an experience that was unexpected and internally challenging. Remember that. About 60% of panic attacks are accompanied by hyperventilation, Many sufferers think they are breathing calmly and deeply when in fact they are breathing very shallow in their daily breathing rhythms. Does this sound like you? With hyperventilation, many times we feel like we're not getting enough oxygen in, when in fact the opposite is true. The body has too much oxygen during hyperventilation, and at this point your body needs a certain amount of carbon dioxide to use that oxygen. This leads to a chemical imbalance which spurs on a host of bodily symptoms. Although this imbalance can't harm you, it's alarming, uncomfortable, and it can bring on catastrophic thinking, which just makes it all worse. Reversing the health anxiety rather than dealing with the effect, meaning the panic attack, would be the right thing to do for long-term change. But the question is related to dealing with the panic attack brought on by health sensitivity, so we will go there today and discuss it in CBT language. To stop panic attacks, you have to send the signal of safety to your system, specifically your adrenal glands secreting adrenaline, rather than threat and danger. So here are the 3 don'ts, first of all, before we get into the do's. Don't try and distract yourself, because you will get frustrated and more tension will be built up within you. Don't try to breathe deeply, due to what I mentioned earlier about the hyperventilation loop. Don't go too far from the environment that you're in, because you will add another tick on the new association you just made that says this place equals danger. What you do want to do is close your eyes and engage in evidence-based self-talk. Closing your eyes will eliminate the visual sensory data you not only take in but perceive catastrophically during panic. It also allows for the strategy of acceptance to be fully fulfilled. The second thing you want to do is you want to get curious. As you engage in further self-talk, why does your body respond this way? Ask yourself. What triggered this reaction in the environment? I want you to replace dread and doom with curiosity. The third thing you want to make sure you do is slow down your speed. This goes against the impulsive reaction that's brought on due to built-up adrenaline, but sends safety signals through your body. These safety signals are also sending an important reminder to you that you're not having an attack, as much as you're just feeling panicky. The language you use, warriors, is powerful. So when I shift the wording of panic attack to feeling panicky, all of a sudden, I've got more control over the situation. So my friends, thanks for sending in your questions. I hope I've been able to answer them with enough value for you today. I love you all so very much, and I want you to hang on to this quote for the day. Sometimes people jump to conclusions because it's easier than gathering facts. Does that sound like you? If it does, make today the day of change. Make that decision so that the future you can thank the present you. Have a wonderful day. You are more than anxiety. Bye-bye. Warriors, remember, you are more than anxiety. You keep asking the questions, and I'll keep answering them.